How's it going, everybody? Deviant Gamer here. Welcome to my first episode of my StarBound Mod showcase. I'll basically be showing you guys a cool couple of mods that are available for StarBound, which is a side-scroller adventure creating sandbox-style game. It's a lot of fun. Currently, the game is in beta as of this recording. As such, all the mods that I will be showcasing to you during the beta phase is also in beta, quote unquote. So there's going to be a lot of patches to the game, a lot of patches to the mods. Some of them may drop out, some of them may continue on to be better and greater than how I'm showing you now. So definitely check them out. In all of my mod showcase videos, I'll be posting links to all of the mods in the description below so you can easily get them as well. Now, as this is the first mod showcase for you guys, I want to ask you guys, do you guys want me to make a tutorial on how to install StarBound mods? Thankfully, this game is very mod friendly and it's extremely easy to install mods, and there's probably videos already out there for how to do it. But if you guys really want me to and I get enough requests for it, then I'll totally make a small little tutorial video on how to install these mods, how to fix it if the mod doesn't seem to want to work, and that kind of thing. So let's go ahead and get going with the first mod on the showcase, which is it adds a new foodish type, or not a food item, but it adds a new plant to the game called bamboo. And I cannot pronounce the way that the mod is called. It's like bamboo Troka or something like that, but it's a pretty cool plant mod. So I'll go ahead and showcase that to you first. Let's go ahead and land on the planet here. Now, like any plant, you do need to obviously harvest some of the ground here, or hoe some of the ground here to be able to plant it. It takes about 2 spots, but you can plant them right next to each other, which is kind of cool. And the seeds can be found in dungeon chests, so you can get them while exploring the world, which is pretty cool. Now, it takes about as long to grow as it does for wheat to grow, which is anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes. So I'll go ahead and be back in that time once these have grown fully. So see you guys then. It's not fully grown, but I wanted to show you that it does have multiple stages. This is the second stage in its growth period. And the mod author did mention that he wants to add different looks to the different growths so that they kind of add a little bit more variety, but it'll still be easy enough to tell that, okay, this is the finished product and this is the starting product, but add some different, make it look a little bit more natural other than it just being mirrored. Alrighty then, so this one is at its last stage. These two are still at the second stage. You'll know it's at the last stage when it has 4 bamboo stalks within it instead of 3, like so. And all you do is use the normal E to harvest, just like any other plant, and it will grab you 1 to 3 seeds. I think maybe even more than that, but I've never gotten more than 3. So you can replant it and continue on. And it'll also give you, which is pretty cool, some wood. So if you didn't see that, it probably popped in my inventory here because I already had some wood. But it gives you some wood. So it's a way of kind of growing reusable wood material instead of having to cut down trees all the time, especially if you cut down the trees in your area, or maybe you really like the trees in this part of your home and you don't want to cut them down because, well, they look cool. You can definitely plant this instead and then just harvest it, grab some unrefined wood and some more seeds and plant it down and be able to grow it that way. Also, it looks really cool if you're going for more of an oriental theme. Bamboo gardens are very cool looking, especially with some of those statues that you can find in the world, that kind of thing. But let's go ahead and cut this and see you guys on the next mod. So the second mod I want to show you is called Biofuel'd. Now this mod's really cool. It changes a couple of the mechanics in the game, and I'll explain which mechanics that they have changed while I show off the mod. The first mechanic is they changed one of the quests. As you can see, I have 2 furnaces here, and the reason why is because one of the quests that I need to get to has been changed, and this is just the easiest way to do it. So right now I'm currently on the food fight quest. So all you need to do for this one obviously is just cook up some food and then grab it, and that should complete that quest. The next one is to get a furnace, so I'm just going to go ahead and eat that because I'm starving. But I'm going to break that. There we go. Got my furnace. Now I need to get a iron bar. Just, you know, the 2 iron ore creates the iron bar. Sweet. And this is where the quest changes. So here's my iron bar. I put that into my inventory and close. Good job. You'll need a bunch of irons to craft an anvil. Gather reward. Now this is the new quest. Now normally it will tell you that you need to create a distress beacon. Instead of creating a distress beacon, which you can still create by the way, it doesn't block the creation of that. It just changes the way your storyline goes just for this part. But it says that your ship needs some refueling before you can move on to other planets. Build a basic still on an anvil and, you know, ferment some crops and get some potent biofuel. Reward 50 pixels. So basically they have changed that part of the quest, which is kind of cool. Now you need some plants, and last mod I showed you was the bamboo ones. Now that just gives you wood, so that doesn't really count. But I have some banana plants growing over here. They haven't finished populating with bananas quite yet. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video here, and I'll be back once they have. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and show you how to make the refinery here. So go ahead and go into your crafting table, and you're going to want to make a couple things. First thing you're wanting to make is a wooden cooking table. Costs 4 copper bars and some planks. And you're also going to want to craft a iron anvil. So let's go ahead and craft those 2. I'm going to put the iron anvil right here on there. And let's go ahead and put the cooking table right there. Come on. There we go. So the cooking table, as you know, allows you to cook food into different types of meals, and the anvil allows you to morph metal into different types of tools. In the anvil, you will see a basic still. So this requires that cooking table that we crafted over here. Let's go ahead and pick that up and bring that over here, and we will get a basic still. It's crafting, there we go. Let's place this guy, same area. So you can see it kind of looks like a laboratory experiment. And in here it kind of has a similar type of inventory as you would expect from like a furnace. Let's go ahead and grab some bananas. Bananas. There we go. And for the heck of it, we'll even replant them. Now the refinery will take 2 of any type of plant, 2 of the same plants, and refine them into 4 biofuel. So let's go ahead and grab that, and obviously we have 1 banana left over, and there you go. Well done. Throw that into your starship and fuel part, or starship's fuel part, and you can fly off to other worlds and stars. Accept reward. And now you'll see that distress beacon show up. So it didn't completely remove it, it just kind of postponed it. Now, one thing that you want to know about this mod, using wood has been removed in the form of being able to turn it to coal, and then coal being able to be used as fuel. So let me go ahead and quickly, I'm using the wrong tool for that. I am not a noob, I swear I know that this game works. Pizza. Alright, so if we go into here, and I'll go and show you this with the wood that I just cut, even though it really doesn't matter because I have just tons of wood. Let's just split that all up. Boink. So if you cook the wood, that'll give you charcoal per 10 of those. Let's go ahead and take that out. Now in the normal version of the game, you can just plop this coal into the fuel department and hit fuel. But with this mod, you are no longer allowed to do that. Instead, you have to use biofuel, which is fine because biofuel does add 1 fuel per, and so every 2 plant matter, like 2 bananas or whatever, gives you 4 fuel. So if you are into farming and you think that coal and trees is kind of a cheap out way of making fuel, and you want to make it a little bit more, I don't know if you'd say realistic, but kind of cool and different, definitely check this mod out. It does have a higher tier version of this, which I don't know if I'll be able to get, because I think it requires your robotic crafting table to make, but it's basically an upgraded version of the still, because this is basically the basic still, and there's one more that's upgraded to that, and I believe it gives you more biofuel per plant matter. So it even has its own tiering versions of giving you more biomatter for higher grade materials being used for it. You know, it's kind of cool. I really like it. So definitely check it out. So the next mod that I want to show you is called the Dustifier. Now, if you guys play Minecraft and have seen those mods, you may recognize something similar to this type of item in Minecraft. It's very useful. Now, you do need to, go to your furnace and plop in some iron in there and smelt it. And when you smelt iron bar, it'll turn into refined iron. You need 20 of these refined irons. And the crafting recipe for the Dustifier is going to be in your personal crafting. And there it is. It'll cost 500 pixels as well as 20 refined iron. Craft. Kind of looks like a washing machine. And go ahead and place that down. And there you go. You got the Dustifier. Now you do need some ore, which I do not have on me at the moment. So I'm going to quickly go down here and gather some ore. So I shall be right back after I've gathered a bit. Alrighty, so I just went ahead and grabbed some ore. I got some silver and some iron. Now basically what this thing will do is if you put some ore in here, it will dustify. So every one ore, it will give you 2 iron dust. So I just got 10 dust from the 5 iron ore. And I'm going to go ahead and do this to the silver as well. As you saw, I just put in 1 silver ore and got 2 silver dusts. And then you can smelt 2 dust into 1 ingot. So there we go, or into 2 ingots there. So I just quadrupled my ore, because normally if you put 1 ore in, 2 ore in a furnace and you smelt it, you'll get 1 ingot. Well, now you're kind of turning it into dust, refining it basically by getting out all the cruddy materials and the stone and stuff, and allows you to pretty much get 4 times as much ingots back as you normally would. So it's a good mod if you are going to be kind of playing the beta and you want to skip ahead to the higher tiers a little bit quicker, but not feel like you're completely just like get a mod and it's like boom, okay, I'm there type of thing. This allows you to at least go through the mining of materials a lot faster. Also, dust can be put into the refinery to give you, let's see if I can get to the refinery here. There we are, the refinery, to get pixels out of it. So you can turn the ore into dust and then put the dust into here and get some pixels as well, and pretty much double the pixels that you would get from the normal raw ore. So that's a great mod for definitely speeding up the early game process. Definitely a good one for beta testing and that kind of stuff, because you have to reset your character and there's new things being added all the time, so it's a great way to just kind of speed through that. Next mod on my list is the Matter Modulator. It's a mod that uses the furnace to get the item. Now remember, because it's beta, a lot of mods are still kind of early production, still don't have good ways yet of adding in their mods. Some use the furnace, some use crafting table recipes, that kind of thing. So all you do is put 20 iron bars in a furnace and hit smelt, and it'll turn into a Matter Modulator. Don't ask how this happens, it just does. It's pretty much what the description is on his website for it. And it basically looks like a blue glowing furnace, which is kind of interesting. Now, this mod basically acts like a matter deconstructor. So if you go into your Matter Modulator, you put in 1 silver bar, you'll get 2 iron bars. Put in 1 iron bar, and you'll get 2 copper bars. And copper can't go into anything lower, can it? Oh, 1 copper bar can be turned straight into pixels, which is kind of cool. So basically, if you have a lot of high tier metal, you can turn it into 2 of the lower tier. So, you know, if you have some gold, you can turn it into silver. And then you can put all the silver in there and convert it into iron. And then you can use that iron to make an anvil if you needed an anvil, or you can just keep converting it down to get some copper, to make some maybe copper armor because you were really low on it, but you have just a ton of silver because you got extra or whatever. Or if you're low on cash and you're not at a high enough tier to get some pixels from the reclaimer thing, you can just turn it straight into pixels this way as well. So all of that works, which is quite nice. It actually has a couple of other recipes other than just being able to turn metal bars into straight up cash. It also will allow you to matter reclaimed dirt. So if you put in some dirt in here, it'll actually turn into some wooden planks, which is kind of cool because apparently planks, you grab all the biomass matter inside the dirt and then you get wood from it. But it does take quite a lot of wood. As you saw, I put like 200 wood in there and I only got 11. But you can also put in wooden planks and it will turn, looks like 3 wooden planks will turn into 1 unrefined log. And it looks like that's the furthest it will go is unrefined log. Now, one other thing, and I don't have the item on me, but you can turn corn, if you have that as a plant, you can put it in here and you can get ethanol. And ethanol can also be used as a fuel source. So this mod doesn't prevent you from being able to use coal. So as you can see, I can put that in, boom, I got 12 coal. Alright, sorry, 6 coal, I put in, whatever. But it does allow you an alternative fuel source. If you have a huge corn farm, you can turn it into ethanol and turn it into pretty much easy, cheap fuel. Because once you plant it, you just leave it alone, come back, convert it, start your engines. So definitely a good mod if you are getting a lot of those high-end materials and you just don't need it, or you want a way of being able to kind of switch your materials into some lower grade ones relatively quickly. Especially if you are having issues with wood too, because dirt, you can find that on pretty much any planet. It's really easy to just turn it into, you know, unrefined logs. And then you can even just turn that unrefined log in a furnace straight into coal as well. Now, of course, I don't have enough, I need 10, but you know what I mean. You can just turn it straight into coal. It's a much longer process to getting coal, but I mean, if you have a couple thousand piles of dirt, it won't take you too long to get there. The next mod that I'm going to show you is called Lissars Hair Mod. Lissars? Sorry. Lissars Hair Mod. It basically adds about 20 plus different hairs, a couple new beaks, and a couple new beards. And it's really cool because, you know, a lot of people like to make their character very unique, and this is a nice way of being able to kind of add more variety to your character. So I'm just going to cycle through the hairstyles. Most of these are the vanilla ones. I don't know every hairstyle off the top of my head, so I won't be able to point you towards each and every single one of them, but those of you who have messed around with all the hairstyles of each race will be able to be, you know, see, okay, that's new and that's new kind of thing. But it is pretty cool. They add it for, I believe, every single race. She adds a couple new ones for each one. So let's go ahead and cycle through the rest of these. And there we go. And like I said, she also added a few new beak styles. Like I think that's one of the newer ones. There's a couple different ones there. Oops, that's not what I wanted. That's pretty cool. That's one of the new ones. But yeah, definitely take a look at this one, mess around, see what different ones that you like. See if I can get one of the new beard ones on a girl, of course. There you go. There's a couple of the new beard ones. And my favorite one, I think, is in the robotic one, which is, let's see if I can get to it. It's that one. That's just really cool looking. And I think you can change the hair color with the lights. Yep, there you go. So you can definitely rat out your Raven robots with this awesome new hair mod. The next two mods I'm going to show you are also related to your character generation. This one creates a brand new species called the Feline. Basically, they're cat people. It adds a couple different hairstyles, very similarly to the human. You can get your belly color. See if I can get a shirt that will even show it. Let's see, there's the female versions of it. So it's basically like your belly color would be like the underlayer. There you go. You can barely see it there. See what else we got for hairstyle, fur color. Like a tabby cat if you do that. It's kind of cool. Your shirt. Got a new shirt called like Just Jacket, I believe. Match patch. That's kind of cool. Pants color, only changed the boots on that one. And you also get a new new name generation. So you get couple ones specifically for this race as well. Let me do something like that and a darker color for the heck of it. There we go. That'll be my cot. And also the this race not only has the new new look and everything, they also have their own custom ship with a lava lamp, which is awesome, by the way. They also have their own starting inventory, so you'll get some pussplum seeds right off the bat instead of the other one. You also get a hunting knife right off the bat, so you can start getting meat right away instead of having to craft a hunting knife, which is really nice. Cool jacket. You also get a custom codex, which is really cool because it allows you to kind of read up about the feline race. And I really like that they actually went to the effort of making them have their own story and, you know, prelogue or whatever, post-apocalyptic story or whatever it will be. I haven't actually read it, so I'm actually going to read that off camera because I'm actually kind of interested in it. And so if you like being a cat person and were disappointed that they didn't have cat people in the game, well, now you can be Ruffle McFluffykins III. Just need to get a monocle. The second race that I have to show you is another one of those, why didn't they not add ponies? Why not? I mean, come on, everybody has to have ponies or whatever. So if you're a brony, which I'm not, but if you are and you want to play as a pony, well, they have this new race called the Ponex. It has coat color, it has your main styles, so you can pick between different pony hairstyles, I guess. I think the shirts are the same as the humans, so nothing new there. Same with like the pants. Personality is the same. The eyes are different. Obviously, you can get different colored eyes, and they fit that. You can change your main color to different designs. And I believe that's all that this one adds. I don't know if it adds its own codex, so let's go ahead and try it out and see. We're playing as Thorn Feathers. They did add a custom ship, which is kind of cool. And they give you a free instrument, which is kind of nifty. And a broken wave sword. So I guess they give you a weapon as well. Let's see if this has any special effects to it. Nope, just a normal one. But heck, you can play your oboe. Now they do have songs for the winter. That's part of the new patch and all that. But that's hilarious. I wonder what else they've got in here. But yeah, they've got, you know, those. They also have codex. Let's see. No, it looks like they're using just the Florin codex, so nothing special for that. But eventually they'll probably add one. It's just a new mod. They've only done one patch to it already, adding a little bit more customization to it. So they're probably going to add more. So definitely check it back on it if you wish to be a pony for whatever reason. And the last two mods that I want to show you are new ship designs. Now you do have to remove your ship and replace it to get these to work, or create a brand new character. Now I went ahead and removed my ship because I didn't have anything like super special saved in it, so I could go ahead and show you with Sir Mod. Should take a bit to load here. There we go. The first ship I want to show you is the pirate ship. Now can I move this? I cannot. Okay, so this is the pirate ship. It has a kind of skull and viney design. It does have 6 lockers. Each one has the exact same thing. Yeah, all of them even have the same exact weapon and materials and all that. But you can go ahead and clean those out and store them, which is nice because each one's a 64 slot container. So that's quite a lot of storage space, which is really cool. There's your 3D and tech printer. Your fuel gauge is right there. And then you can just enter here to go into your star map. So all of the stuff for what your normal ship can do all works here. Because I'm interested, I wonder what happens Okay, you can't break the back panel in the ship. Can you place a back panel? You cannot place a back panel. So this is just the way it is. You can't change the way the ship looks, but it is kind of a cool looking ship on its own. So if you definitely want to be a pirate of the space sea, definitely check this one out. The last ship that I want to show you, and also the last mod that I wish to show you, is called the Orpheus Mining Colony. It's a really large ship, as you can see. It's made definitely for people who like to play on a multiplayer server with their friends. One person can be a specific race and have the ship, and then a lot of people can kind of get on and be able to kind of explore the ship, set up specific rooms for whatever they want. So here's my 3D printer. There's a couple of the little free 64 chests right down there. There's areas where you can build platforms. You can build a stairway if you want. Kind of left it open for you. Like another room down here with this huge hangar bay. So if you really feel like it, you could probably even build a ship down there for the heck of it. It's all up to your creativity. Now the bridge is over here, and so you can just sit in this chair and be able to move the whole colony, which wonder how much gas that would take. Then each person has their own room if you want, so you can set this up as one person's room. And then you got your ship locker here. You can remove this door if you no longer want it, I believe. Yes, you can. And you can even replace the backing on these sections of it. So let me quickly, quote unquote, do that and show you what it looks like behind it. So you can see it's just a white panel. So you can just remove those and retexture it how you want to. Once again, they don't have platforms at these points by default, but you can place them if you want. Let me kind of try and, yeah, there we go. Let's see if I can get to the auditorium. Oh, you can do it. So there's this huge auditorium up here, which once again, you can put whatever you want. A lot of space. There's the other two rooms, so it's a 4-bedroom type thing. Engineering is this direction, so here's is the ship's engine. And also there is the fuel gauge for the ship engine, so 3,000 fuel must power. And hopefully you have liked the mods that I have shown you. There's a lot more mods that I have found, and there's a lot more that I want to show you guys in the future. If you guys have any suggestions of mods that you have seen, definitely comment below, or mods that you would like to see. Maybe, hey, can you show me another race mod, or I would really like to see some more like clothing mods. Definitely point those down there in the comments, and I would greatly appreciate it. It would definitely help me be able to expand what I'm already doing for you guys. So your feedback is always appreciated. And as always, stay epic. This is Deviant Gamer signing off. Adios.